afternoon, Salome B here, and today we're going to talk about TahiryJose. She was on Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee, and she's on Marriage Boot Camp, and she mentioned about her past domestic violence abuse in a relationship with Joe Budden. She said that her nose was broken, and she ended up with a fractured rib. And during the tapings, she actually played along with it and act like nothing happened. So Joe Budden fires back at Tahiry, and he says that a lot of the things that she did was unnormal for a man to deal with. And that she was an asshole or something, he called her. But this brings me to why women accept domestic violence. She did mention that her favorite person, which is Charlemagne, said that your trauma will meet you. You don't have to meet your trauma will meet you. And she said when she walked into the relationship, domestic violence met her. And she said that her father used to hit her mother. And I said, bingo, that's where it all started. When a woman as a child was in a environment where abuse was taking place and that she thought that it was okay, then she ended up walking into an abusive relationship. So you have to be careful with past childhood trauma, because if you had a father who was abusive to your mother, you can become a victim. And ladies, you have to be careful with that. And you also need to get your charts done and look at your planets, because sometimes you can have planets in your chart that brings on abuse. Like with Megan Thee Stallion, she was getting abused by Tory Lanez, and she was kind of like taking up for him until she realized that that was the wrong thing to do. And Tahiry did the same thing. She kind of like tucked the stuff away in front of the cameras, and then now she's just now coming out about it. And ladies, we gotta speak up from the beginning, because if you don't speak up from the beginning, the abuse just keeps going on because the man thinks it's okay because we are tucking the stuff away and we're going along with him. So he thinks that it's okay to treat us like crap. So this is why a lot of black women are getting the treatment that they're getting, because they're actually putting up with the abuse and then also taking up for the man when he gets abused by the police. And we got to understand that violence, we cannot accept violence from the men that that's around us. Like if they're doing something wrong to us, we have to actually like speak up and tell them, no, that's wrong. And don't try to hide the abuse that he puts you through. And then when he's getting abused by the police, then he wants you to be on his side. It doesn't work like that. Like, you know, abuse is abuse. We can't be accepting domestic violence. So be careful, be wise, understand your childhood trauma, that when you jump in certain types of relationship, you can recreate your childhood trauma. If you've been in an abusive family or you come from an abusive family, you can recreate that in another relationship or your current relationships. So, gotta be conscious at all times. So, tell me, guys, what you think about Tahiry and Joe Budden reminiscing about domestic violence. Joe Budden is saying that she was doing things to provoke him, and she's saying that Joe Budden cracked her nose and her rib. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe to Long B. Have a great day.